and the goddamn steward wakes up, chat. The mechanical hentai steward. So there's going to be a little hentai in this chat. I know you're probably sick of the hentai chat. There's a little hentai in Infinity Train, and this thing fucking gets up. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content on my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
Infinity Train.
Now, my friends, chat, we must get to my scene by scene breakdown, chat, for Infinity Train episode 10. The Engine, the season 1 finale, chat. As you know, last episode, Tulip 1-1 and the Cat, they have managed to jury rig one of the train cars, chat, and they're heading directly to the engine to confront the conductor, chat, Amelia. And they go, boom, they're going really, really fast, chat, and going on for eternity, like the sheer amount of cars, chat, dozens, hundreds, thousands. Eventually, they go all the way to the front. And they see, chat, apparently the conductor is still making cars. And Tulip's like, wait a minute, the train is still making cars? And the Cat says the train is never complete, Tulip. It's never complete. And she's like, well, I'm glad we're finally at the end of the car. She goes, no, Tulip, no, this is just the beginning. And they stop right there, and Tulip is like, all right, well, guys, let me go ahead and get Atticus, and we'll continue on. And the Cat's like, now, I fulfilled my end of the bargain, and I gotta leave you. I'm sorry. And even Tulip's is kind of sad. She's like, I'd be like, no, you're coming with us, you little bitch. You're coming with us to help and make sure we don't die. And the Cat's like, listen, I've taken you as far as I could possibly go at this point. Plus, I gave you a free ride. And Tulip is like, well, you know, I really appreciate your help and what you did for us. Thank you. What should I call you? Cat? And she's like, I'm the Cat, indeed. And it's like, good luck to you, you sons of bitches. And she fucking blasts off, and heads back to her original car, back to her abode. Tulip, she goes ahead and gets Cockroach Dog, Atticus, chat, ties a big old jumping rope around him, chat, and drags him, basically drags the little piece of debris that he's stuck in, chat, and she throws him into the next car as she and 1-1 go down it. And they see that this car is under construction. And Tulip's looking around. She goes, oh, my God. This is just like the unfinished car. Do you remember the unfinished car that had all the turtles and everything? And she's recognizing specific details. There were also details in the turtle car, chat. Amelia, the conductor, is trying to construct her life again, chat, a car for herself, her university, her life of Ulrich. That's what she's been doing for years, if not decades, on the Infinity Train, chat. She's trying to recreate her life, the thing that she feels like she's owed. And so she slowly goes down the car. She notices the little balls before she takes them out and removes certain things in the cars. Or in the car itself, like, you know, all the trash cans suddenly disappear. So she puts it back in, the trash cans reappear. It's like, okay, so these orbs, the balls themselves, they're part of the programming, the building blocks, if you will, of each single car in the Infinity Train. And she goes all the way down, and she sees that goddamn the conductor. She's topping in a robot suit. She's typing away, trying to construct the goddamn car. And you know, Tulip's like, "Hey, bitch!" And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, Amelia, I'm back." She's like, "Jesus Christ! I told you not to fuck with me ever again. All right, and now you're here in my goddamn abode." Tulip's like, "Oh, I got a little present for you, Amelia." And she says it like so sarcastically, chat. And she has the video. She has the TV, like the little handheld TV with the tape of the conductor in it, chat. And she throws it, and the conductor's like, "What the fuck?" And it turns on. She's like, "No!" And then the conductor gets trapped in her own memory, and she's just watching it like this in her robot suit. And she's like, okay, fuck, we got to get one of those cannons so we can turn Atticus back to a Corgi. And she finds the cannon at the workstation, chat. But then all of a sudden, on the conductor's robot suit, her little Cyclops head starts beep, 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 beep. Starts like a red flash and starts beeping. And the goddamn steward wakes up, chat. The mechanical hentai steward. So there's going to be a little hentai in this, chat. I know you're probably sick of the hentai, chat. There's a little hentai in Infinity Train. And this thing fucking gets up. and ignore it. And Tulip's like, oh shit, but it ignores Tulip, Chad, ignores Tulip, and goes over to the conductor, and it destroys the television. And the conductor wakes up. He's like, I just spent a year reliving those memories, you bitch. And she comes right at Tulip, and Tulip is like, ah, and so she's trying to avoid the conductor. Well, he's with her too, and they're trying to fight off. Eventually, Tulip at this point, she has to make her way back inside the completed car because she noticed that Corgi was in there, like a statue Corgi. And she says, there must be one of the Corgi orbs. If I put this in the gun, I can turn 1-1 back. And while she's trying to get up there, Amelia's coming after. And at this point, Tulip's like, listen, Amelia, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to recreate your life. She's like, yes, I want a car for myself, goddammit. I deserve it. And if it wasn't for one, I would have it right now. And she's like, what are you talking about if it wasn't for one? It's like 1-1, the conductor, and that's the big reveal in this episode, chat. 1-1 is the original conductor of the train. He's been removed from the train for decades, and he's just been trying to actively get back to his motherboard, chat, his mom. That's the big reveal. And he's like, oh my God. She's like, you pulled the fucking coup. She's like, goddamn right I did. I'll do anything for Ulrich, who's her dead husband. Meanwhile, at this point, Tulip is like, 1-1, you got to get down there, okay? You got to get down there. You have to take control of the train. It's like, will do, Miss Tulip. And, he fucking rolls down there, chat, while Tulip also unleashes a cockroach dog, Atticus, chat, and attacks the conductor and eventually goes after the steward. And then while the steward is fighting Atticus' cockroach dog, 1-1's going, gotta get to the front of the train to stop the steward, gotta get to the front of the train to stop the steward and save evil Atticus. And he just makes this little song, chat, and he sees the motherboard and he goes, oh, Mom. And he goes, boop, he inserts himself in there, and the conductor's like, Amelia's like, fuck no! And she's like, she can't have that, chat, so she wants to get back there. Tulip, she eventually grabs one of the orbs, chat, that is the Corgi orb, but at this point, Amelia's like, you have fucked up everything for far too long. And she's like, listen, Tulip, I could kill you right now. I'm going to make you a goddamn deal, all right? I can make you a goddamn deal. I can create a train for you to give you your ideal life. It's like you live in a train where your parents are together. I can give that to you. And Tulip, she's hearing this, and she's like, bitch. And she's like looking around at the train that Amelia created for herself. It's like, you can't even create a train without turtles. And she hits the tree, chat, with the tree which is made up of turtles, chat. And all these turtles descend upon Amelia. And she's like, no. Trying to hit all the goddamn turtles off her, chat. Amelia's like, all right, fuck this. I'm done. And she punches through the ground, chat, and pulls up this giant pipe, and she's about to just bludgeon Tulip to death with it. And then Tulip pulls out her own fucking pipe and blocks it. And, Amelia's just like, you have a fucking pipe too? She goes, it's not a pipe, it's a donut holder! And she stabs it right inside the head of Amelia, chat, in the cases of her mechanical monstrosity, her robot suit, and it breaks away. And we see Amelia inside their, chat, as a weathered old woman, chat. She's been on the train for years. Turtles, yes. So for whatever reason, every time Amelia creates one of these trains, these turtles keep appearing like every single time. It's like a defect she can't get rid of. It's like a virus. And so the one unfinished car we went to, it has like the Society of Turtles. In this one, the trees, instead of leaves, they have turtles on them. And it's like, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. She's like, oh God, the turtles again. And so at this point, Tulip, she fucking just starts sliding down, trying to get to the train. She has the Corgi orb. She wants to use it on Atticus. But Amelia, she fucking grabs her and is like, oh, poor Tulip. No Corgi, no friends, no parents, just you and me. And this is just how it's going to be. I'm going to kill you. And before that can happen, though, chat, good old 1-1, boop, puts himself inside the train, chat, and starts taking control. Amelia's like, no! And Tulip fucking punches Amelia in the face, and they continue to slide down, chat. He's starting to reject the train car, gonna be moving it back. Also, Amelia does something really nasty. She moves her exit car like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away from Tulip, with saying that it'll take you until you're like an old woman to finally find your exit. You'll never escape, because her number got down the goddamn zero, Chat. Once your number gets down the goddamn zero, you can escape the Infinity Train, Chat. You can go back home. She's like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna torture you for the rest of eternity. At least as long as I live, I'm gonna do that to you. And 1-1 starts rejecting the other car, and they're both sliding down. Tulip gets in there, Chat. She shoots the cockroach dog, Chat. And thankfully, Chat, Atticus is born anew. He bursts out of the body of the cockroach dog, Chat, and he fucks up the steward, rips its goddamn face off, Chat, defeats it, and he goes on over to Tulip, and he's like, oh, Tulip, thank you. And she's like, Atticus. And they're crying, Chat. They're crying as they're hugging, and she's kissing him, and he's licking her. It's a wonderful scene. Meanwhile, the conductor's sliding down, Chat. She hits a fucking pole, boom, and she's thrusted, Chat. She's thrown out of her robot suit just before the doors close, Chat. So the robot suit's lost, and she ends up there. And at this point, she just starts bawling. She just can't believe it. She's like, no. I just want my life. I just want Ulrich. This is all I wanted. And, Tulip goes over and says, listen, you can't. I know that's what you want. But I've learned that sometimes you can't get everything you want. Sometimes you have to accept for reality it is, but try to make the best of it. And, it's possible for you to still do that too, Amelia, okay? And Amelia's like, it might be possible for you. Your number is 0. The numbers, they don't just go down, they go up. And it's revealed, Chat, that her number, like starts in the hand, is all over her entire body. And so she is literally there for fucking eternity, possibly for eternity, Chat, because all of the horrible things she has done in her decades on the Infinity Train. Tulip's like, shit, bitch, oh, God, oh, no, that's not good. He's like, well, might as well start now at this point. And, Amelia's like, that's a good point. I can't try to help you, but your car I sent away. I'm so sorry. Her number goes down slightly, Chat, by like a couple of decimals. And, but then 1-1's like, oh, don't worry. I could do that, Miss Tulip. And, Tulip goes on over to 1-1, and he goes, 1-1, it's amazing that you're their conductor. She goes, yeah, I'm great to be back inside, Mom. Phrasing. She's got a lot of heft to her. We get this wide shot of the motherboard, Chat. By the way, he changes the look of the engine in the sequel series, Chat. It looks very different, radically different than how it does in the first season. But he's like, oh, I can just get your exit, your portal. And he brings the portal back to her, Chat. He's like, no, maybe if your number is 0, I can manipulate the system to make sure your door is always right next to you. And she's like, but there's my home, but I'm not ready to say goodbye to you guys yet. It's like, it's just too soon. And she goes to 1-1, and she's crying, and she's like, I just love you guys. And 1-1's like, it's okay, Miss Tulip. You can go, okay? We'll always remember you. We'll always remember the good times. She kisses 1-1, Chat. Like, and she walks away, and 1-1's like, no, wait, hugs, we want hugs. And she goes over to 1-1 and Atticus, and she hugs them, and they're kissing her, and she's kissing them. And Amelia's just like, I wish I had friends. He's like, no, bitch, you're not invited. This is our little hubbaloo right here. And she says goodbye to them. She says, Amelia, I hope you can find peace. I hope you can eventually get off the train and find your own exit. And she just goes, Respect, Tulip, respect. I respect you. And Tulip, she crosses over, Chat, through the portal. And then, boom, 7 months later, Tulip is a little bit older. She's a little bit older, Chat. She's eating her onions again. She's in her bedroom, and her mom's calling her. It's like, honey, your dad's home to take you to video game coding camp. She's like, coming. And she goes downstairs, Chat. Her mom and dad, they're divorced. They're divorced, but they're much better. They're happier, and then they say goodbye to each other and things. And while Dad takes Tulip out, they pass. This is fun. This is cool. While they're going outside, Chat, they both pass by this mirror. Her dad has a reflection, but Tulip does not, because as we all know, Chat, her reflection is gone due to the events on the Infinity Train, Chat. Like, her reflection really is trying to live its own life on the Infinity Train at this point, setting up season 2. But she gets inside the car for Dad. She's like, he's like, okay, bud, you ready? She's like, I'm ready for anything. And then it cuts, Chat. And that, my friends, is Infinity Train, episode 10, season 1, Chat. The engine, Chat. But the story is far from over. Tulip Olsen's story might have ended, Chat. of season 1, but the Infinity Train and its many characters and their stories continue on, chat. In the multiple other seasons. The 2 seasons that we have, chat, but she's a vampire. She's a vampire now. But that is victory. Excellent episode, great finale, wonderful closure for Tulip and a number of other characters. Chat 1-1. I love the reveal that he is the conductor of the train. So much fun. I love the reveal of who we already knew what the conductor was based on episode 9, but to see the state that they're in and just the trials they're going to have to face to maybe one day escape the train and become a better person. It'll be very interesting, chat. Let me just say, this is not the last we see of Amelia, by any stretch of the imagination, chat. They do some very interesting things of her, especially in season 3. By the way, shout out to Lena Headey, chat, who voices Amelia. Of course, played Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones. Been in many other films. She had this, or TV show, Sarah Connor Chronicles. But Lena Headey knocks out the goddamn park as the conductor Amelia. Really goddamn good. Caller, thank you so much for gifting 2 subs. Appreciate that. Leading to another card. We'll do some more polls in a bit. We'll do some more polls in just a minute. Thank you, Caller. Happy to have you in the stream too. Maybe you return like me. Indeed, Austin, welcome. We're doing very well. Good to see you. Thank you, Color. Thank you. No, I love this show, chat. I'm going to continue reviewing it all the way through the season 2 and 3, and hopefully for many seasons to come. Owen Dennison, chat, who's the creator of the series, he wants to do 8 seasons, and I hope that we can get to that someday. I would love that. Thank you. But thank you, guys. Also, thank you, Austin, for the host. Spreading the word of the Revenites. We get some more Revenites and Huckleberries in the future. But no, appreciate a little support tonight, chat. Well, would it have been better with Hentai Peen and Chop Air? Yes. Yes, it would have. Absolutely, of course. That always makes everything better. Just ask, live, die, repeat, edge of tomorrow. All you need is kill. If it didn't have that, you'd have a pretty bloody boring movie. Josh with the 3 gifted subs. Thank you so much to Benny Default 167 and Mikachu. Thank you, Josh, for the 3 gifted subs. Wow, weewa, indeed. I haven't watched it yet, but I love the reviews. Thank you. No, I would highly encourage you to watch the series. It's on HBO Max. They're 12-minute episodes. You can watch it in one sitting. You'll be thoroughly entertained. It's a great goddamn show. Love it, love it, love it. For the first season, that is, the first season. Why you gotta one-up me, John? Look at all this support. I appreciate the support, guys. Cheers and salute. Very nice. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. But now, my friends, we can get into a couple of polls for tonight, and then I can tell you about my other content created platforms.